do this other one real quick. First I'm going to cut the head off, go for that. You can go for that or the section organ first just to be humane. You know, you can just go ahead and chop the head off. So, see, I'll get up underneath here. Pull that back one more time. It's a venture to see some of these young cooks try to do this. They don't. It's like you get the reactions like, "Oh, I didn't sign up for this." But in all respect, you know, we've been doing this for hundreds of years. All right, so there we go. Get a little bit of that beak off again. A little bit of this one. I love with soft shell crabs. Only one way in my mind to do them, and that's with a nice tempura. And when I say tempura, that's a very big technique. It's a very important technique to know how to do a proper tempura. For me, I want to be able to see through the breading what it actually is. I think too many tempuras end up into more of a beer batter, if you will. So basically, what I do, I got 2 cups of flour. And I had a cup and a half of soda water. It's all about the carbonation. So I mean, you can use, you know, my dad used to use Sprite all the time. So you know, anything with carbonation, soda water, because it's neutral. And you don't want to, you know, you want to taste the crab. You don't want to taste the batter. Because you really want to have a thin, silky batter when you're doing this. And you can kind of tell if it seems too loose, you're probably on the right track. And pretty much that would, you know, if we were doing this for service, I would tell my cooks to definitely have some soda water with you, so you can keep on refreshing it a little bit. And you know, this can stand around for about 3 hours maybe. Let's get a pan on for our ragu. What I got here is a sweet pea, local sweet pea pesto. I love these things. They're flash frozen, so it can come year round. I think these are from Wamala Island in Charleston a little bit. So basically, and I call it a pesto for lack of kind of a better term, but I think it really fits because you use everything. You're basically using the peas for your nuts. In that, for your pine nuts, and then you put basil in it, olive oil, lemon juice, and maybe a little bit of sugar, just to kind of balance everything out. So, just kind of saute the Lieber Farms spring onions. Just picked those up yesterday. They're really nice. It's funny with Lieber Farms. I grew up right across the street from them. From the owners of it, and then when I moved back here, I found out they had a strawberry farm, and they make some delicious strawberries along with other vegetables as well. I'll add some about a half a cup of some of those lovely green local peas. Then I'll add some tomato in there. Kind of get a really good, nice ragu. A little bit of salt with it. These blister tomatoes are really cool too, so you can take grape tomatoes, kind of toss them in just a little bit of olive oil, and then get a dry pan, really, really hot on the stove with some thyme, and just toss them in there and just let them blister on all different sides and stuff. So, step into it. Okay. So I made a sauce here, gremolata. It's my version of gremolata. Of course, you know, as chefs, we always take liberties. Basically, what I did, I chopped parsley really thin. A little bit of, just a tiny bit, maybe a sprig of mint in there. Zest of 2 oranges. The juice of one half of those oranges. And olive oil, pretty much. Pretty much makes this just a really nice, kind of Italian flair, I guess, if you will. So we got the ragu made. Okay, And now I'm going to do the soft shell. Alright, so, and it, you know, this is just how I prefer it. I would always say that soft shell crabs, when they're frying, when you take them out, they should always look like a print on a t-shirt. You know, with symmetry pretty much. And I'm not a big symmetry fan except for these guys. So, soft shells, okay. So what I do like to do, I like to pick them up by their swimettes. Just make sure they're coated, make sure all of it, it's kind of most of the batter is actually off of it, and you can shake it. That. So when I put them down, it's gonna might pop a little bit, so kind of like drop it, step away a little bit. So just that shouldn't take more than maybe 2 to 3 minutes. You definitely don't want to overcook it, but definitely don't want to undercook it either. So, a little salt. You always want to salt right when you come out of the fryer, because the crab is actually a little bit wet, so to speak, the outside, and so the salt will stick to it a little bit more. So we'll get this other guy going as well, and then I'll start to plate up. So, nice kind of swoosh of the I'm going to take my ragu, which is the blistered tomatoes, the sweet peas, and the awesome spring onions. I'm going to put it right down on here. And basically what I want to do, I'm going to showcase one like this, and then I'm going to half the other one. So, see, that's pretty much what you're looking for. Not overly cooked. And it's amazing, you understand now why when soft shell crab, when they roll them in sushi, they call them a spider roll. So, and a little landing pad for it, right there. Stick that guy up like that. Flavors that we got going on here. Just drizzle a little bit over here, over the crab like that, and then just put a little bit around the plate, you know, just for a little bit of presentation. I'm gonna have one last thing I want to do to this. Let's take some local radishes from Rawls Farms in Lexington County. Then we're just gonna kind of place those kind of on here, kind of give it kind of a freshness appeal to it, you know. There you go.